Yo, yo, yo. What's good? Mic check, mic check. Yeah. Alrighty. What's good? And we are live. Yo, yo, yo. It's Trezzy Nomadic. No introductions needed. Got some live stream vibes. Welcome again. You know the vibes. We're playing some Dokkan Battle. We had a live stream yesterday, or really this morning, honestly. And it was, I wouldn't call it a test stream, but it was just like, it was still kind of late, and I figured that doing a super drawn out live stream for that wouldn't really be necessary because of what time it was. You know what I mean? So I figured, like, hey, let's just kind of save it for another time, play some Dokkan Battle. So here we are. And yeah, it's a vibe, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get to it. Now, we do have some different events that have popped up with the reset and all. So of course not everything is available, but we do have some events that we can work on. So we're just gonna get straight into it, bro. Honestly, I'm gonna hop here into the Janemba event, because really it's looking like the Janemba event, the Vegito Blue event, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we could get the hit medals while we're here too, yeah. And of course we do have plenty of keys as well if we ever want to go back and complete some of that older stuff. But other than that, that's pretty much all it is to it. As well as, well, this isn't necessarily as required, but like, there's still a couple of free to play units that I could scoop up, like the Gohan, the Piccolo, the Bardock. That Bardock actually Extreme Z awakens now. That Frieza I actually already have. That Frieza's still pretty good because he's like an AoE unit. Of course, you got the Ginyu Force units. You got Zarbon and Dodoria. Yeah, so I mean, it's a few units here for sure. But for right now, we're just gonna kind of prioritize the the ones that we can Dokkan Awaken. So like, I'm gonna start off with the Janemba event, just because uh, that one probably takes priority right now for sure. Yeah, let's just hop into it. Yeah, so as you can see, I have yet to complete the Janemba event just yet on this character. I mean, not on this character, but on this account. So this will be our first clearance of it. Let's hop into it. Yep. So we're working on Tech Janemba here. I actually previously got, as you can see, we got PyCon on the squad. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how Janemba is as a unit. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters for sure. Even though he technically isn't canon, because he's from the movies, but yeah, bro. Janemba is just he's a pretty cool character, nice design, bruv. You know what I mean? Shout out Fusion Reborn. Alright, here we go. So, we are going to just kind of clear through the rotations like so. Now, this still is a little bit newer of an event. It's not the oldest event. It's probably about, I mean, this Janemba's probably been out for about a little bit over a year now. So, it's still fairly new, and I mean, in Dokkan. like in a Dokkan sense of things. Maybe not a full blown year, but well, probably something close to it though, for sure. And okay, peep the super attack though. I see you. I see you. All right, so here we go. We're leading off with Vegeta. I'm actually gonna put Goku here in front. Yeah, real life. Put Goku here in front. You know the vibes. Use that Super Kamehameha. Yeah. Alright, so I think Janemba's actually transforming here. So is our Gotenks though. You know you know how it goes. But yeah, I was asking in the last stream, I mean I'm not sure. But you know the Ginyu banner is up for like another 12 days. I'm not sure if y'all are doing any summons on it. I was thinking about doing a few more summons on Ginyu, but like he doesn't have like the craziest units on his banner either. And plus the anniversary is kind of around the corner. So this is kind of like a filler banner in between, you know what I mean? Like not saying that Ginyu is a bad unit by any means, but you know, it's just like the anniversary is definitely going to have a way better selection of units to choose from for sure, as well as the new units themselves. If you're looking to like really summon. Now, of course, that doesn't mean like I'm not saying like you got to take my advice. Like if you want to go for Ginyu, go for Ginyu. You know what I mean? But with the Dokkan events, especially like the anniversary go around, it's usually known that like that's where like with between the content and who's potentially going to be available and the selection pool or in the summon pool, you could find a lot of opportunity there for sure. There we go. That's pretty much the event, yeah. So it's honestly not the longest event. I mean, Janemba, he doesn't have like a crazy amount of defense. And then on top of that, well, that's pretty much it. The only thing is him dodging, you know. But even that, it's not like super crazy. We do have 2 boosts as well, so I'll go ahead and switch teams just to bring some variety. Let's go ahead and rock out with the fusion team. It seems fitting, you know, if I do say so myself, for Janemba here. But yeah, I mean, the last couple of live streams that we've had, other than that one live stream that I did where I was basically pretty much just playing Brawlhalla, the last few live streams that we've had have definitely been more Dokkan oriented. And that's not necessarily, that hasn't been a bad thing for sure. It's just kind of funny because like Dokkan right now is in this period of transition where, you know, they just had like the Cell and, you know, Goku and Gohan banners, you know what I mean? Kind of like building some hype for the release of Dragon Ball Superhero. So that makes sense, right? You know, like no spoilers there. But building the hype for that, it made sense for them to release those banners. And then like now we're in this filler period where you got like, you know, the Ginyu banner, who isn't necessarily a filler unit, because he's still like a full-blown Dokkan Fest unit. But you know, it's not like Ginyu probably isn't like something people are going crazy over right now. Like most people that are summoning for Ginyu are probably like people who are like, or just, if you're summoning for Ginyu, you're probably either like into collecting the units, or like, you know, you're just trying to get like, I don't want to say like min maxing, but that's kind of like what it is a little bit. Like you're, you know, probably picking up Ginyu. I mean, I don't know though, but you could be picking up Ginyu for a multitude of reasons. I don't know, but nonetheless, like after this banner, because we just had the Extreme Z Awaken for Cell as well. So after this, we're probably, I mean, we might have another banner, but I'm not sure because we're already in June, and it's like I can't remember the anniversary date off the top of my head, but they already have the missions out for it. And they're saying like there's 12 days. That's a little bit less than 12, or it's a little bit less than 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be super surprising to have the anniversary banners roll out like right after Ginyu. So that's the thing. Like, it's pretty interesting for sure. But yeah. With that being said, like I said, Dokkan is kind of in this filler period where things have kind of cooled down. You know, um, there's still easy A's available. Like, there's easy A's available that I still need to complete for sure. Most of them I've probably hopped into, aside from a couple. But most of it is like just awakening the units that I've picked up along like the past couple of months, and then pretty much just like not necessarily playing catch up, but that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Because it's really no pressure with it. Like I want to say like I purposely kind of took my time with awakening these units because I knew, or I had the feeling that just going through, like, it wasn't a matter of like motivation. It was just like going through these units and doing it like off screen wouldn't have made sense. Like I've kind of said this, and I've probably said this in different live streams, especially playing Dokkan. But yeah, I was just like going through and awakening these units off screen wouldn't make sense because each unit itself is like, just to awaken it, like, okay, this Janemba event is probably one of the more faster events, but even still, this is probably going to take like 20 to 30 minutes of just me sitting. I mean, maybe even longer because we're already 12 minutes in, you know what I mean? So I'm not really worried about the time. I'm not worried about any of that, but I'm just conscious of it. So I'm like, oh, okay, like, and that's kind of like the way I look at it. So, yeah. I mean, I remember like we did the Gogeta live stream when I came back. I call it the Gogeta live stream because that was pretty much when we awakened. That was LR Tech Gogeta. We did the Gogeta live stream, right? And it came back, and that process within itself, just trying to awaken Gogeta, took about. Granted, it was a LR, but still, it took about. We were live streaming for about an hour and a half, I want to say, just getting Gogeta awakened. You know what I mean? So it was like, to me, when I really put that in perspective, I was like, yeah, I'm not really gonna like sit up and off screen all of these units. It just doesn't make. It wasn't even about. Like, logic was there too, but it was also like an illogical aspect of it. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's like, yo, there was like an illogical aspect of it where like, yeah, I could do it off screen, but like, why not stream it? You know what I mean? So definitely not double-minded there, just completely focused on the live stream aspect of it and making that content. But I mean, it's a cool process. Like, it's chill. Like, Dokkan is definitely one of those games. Like, you can kind of just sit down and like, even though there's a auto mode now, right? Like, it's still kind of one of those games where you can kind of just sit down. Like, it's relatively smooth and easy to do commentary over. I mean, it's still some strategy. Like if we were doing like Super Battle Road, I definitely would probably have to pour a little bit more focus into it. However, doing it like this, where I'm just like running through Dokkan events, it's definitely chill for sure. And then like if people have questions and stuff like that. Or if there's ever like conversation that comes up, that also is a thing too. So yeah. And of course this is like we're still also on the road of creating content that is being seen on multiple platforms. Like I just started streaming on YouTube again, right? Like I haven't streamed on YouTube since like bro, man, it's been a while. Like I haven't streamed on YouTube before the Brawlhalla stream. I hadn't streamed on YouTube probably to give people a benchmark. The best benchmark I could give you, if you're a gamer, is like I haven't streamed on YouTube since the previous release of the PlayStation 5. So like the PlayStation 5 has probably been out for about 2 years now, like 1 or 2 years. No, it's definitely been out longer than 1 year. It's been out for about 2 years now, right? So that's some perspective. Like it's been a while since I've streamed on YouTube, but I've been consistently streaming on Twitch. And when I say consistently, I mean like to the point where like there was a wide array of games that we got through, trying to figure out like which games like people vibe with and stuff like that. Realizing that there's like certain games that people vibe with more. Like for some reason, whenever I stream Dokkan, like y'all just love Dokkan when I stream it. So I'm like, okay, I'll stream some more Dokkan. I won't necessarily, but it's not like super predictable either. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it is hit or miss, but a lot of times, like I've noticed that like Dokkan, DC Universe Online, Warframe, like those three in rotation have been like pretty like fairly popular on the Twitch side of things. So yeah, when I mean back before when I was streaming on YouTube, it's not even about that, you know what I mean? It was just that thing of knowing that hey, like we weren't even streaming Dokkan back then. You know what I mean? So this was kind of like a completely new addition to things. Now, yeah, the group streams were always like a big thing too on the YouTube side of things. Like they weren't necessarily collabs, but we would just have like group streams. So I could definitely see myself doing something like that in the future, where like we create some group streams around like, but it's like more focused. You know what I'm saying? Because like opposed to then where it was like, oh, you just get on and you hop on a game and you just kind of like stream it, GG, like it is what it is. Like it's a different focus to it now, where it's like, okay, like I know like I'm hopping on Dokkan, right? And then it's like, okay, like what do I want to build around that? Like this is like super focused to the point where it's like I'm streaming, like we're streaming and I'm streaming and it's like, okay, I know I'm getting on Dokkan to awaken specific units. You know what I mean? Like working on Janemba. But it was like that too, where it's like you have specific objectives that you're trying to complete. And that's just kind of how it is. You know what I mean? Like, of course, the conversation itself isn't forced, but the objective behind it is the point that I'm making when it comes to it. It's like you can have commentary and kind of have different discussions, but it still doesn't like deter from that natural objective of like what's getting done. And that's kind of the thing that I do enjoy about gaming, especially when it comes to certain games and streaming certain games. It's like that that flow state of sorts, or that balance. You know what I mean? So like here, right? Like we're playing Dokkan, and I don't consider myself to be like a Dokkan guru. Like I still know that there's probably a good amount of units that I can still learn about, because I don't know everything about each specific unit. Um, but yeah, it's just having that awareness of knowing, like, okay, like there's still things to learn, while also knowing that I don't know everything. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you could still have a conscious aspect of that and move forward. But I digress. That's kind of like a tangent of sorts. So here, we're on the third phase of the Janemba event. I think after this, we would have completed it about 3 or 4 times. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't dodge, honestly. Because this Janemba doesn't dodge nearly as much as his STR counterpart does. I'm not gonna lie. But it's still a thing. It is definitely still a thing. Here we go. Alright, so we're getting the Gogeta fusion here. GG. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a vibe though. Like I'm looking at it and I'm seeing like there's different ways that I kind of like view the streaming aspect of things, because like when it comes to gaming, it's almost like I'm at a point with video games where it's like I almost don't play video games unless I'm streaming. And it doesn't come from a fact of that I don't enjoy video games, but it's like a discipline, like, like habit building and stuff like that. It's kind of like that now, where it's like, when the first kind of moments of doing it, it's like it feels kind of weird because it's almost like going against the grain of sorts. But then as you do it more and more, it becomes more like reflexive and conscious, and you're like, oh, like, and it's not even that it feels bad or good, like it's just what it is, right? It is what it is. So like now when I do it, it doesn't really feel like I'm like pulling teeth. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, okay, like this is just kind of what I do. And it's not to say that I won't like log in and play video games and like not enjoy them or like enjoy the process right now. It's just being aware of it is like, oh, okay. And then it makes it easier to like kind of move forward. You know what I mean? It's not like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it helps too that it's not like my first time streaming video games. Like it's like, of course the subscriber count is one thing, the numbers, the analytics, all of that, that's all, monetary. But of course, when the experience itself is also a big aspect of it too. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is kind of like exterior. Not saying that it's not good, but it's you have that moment, like not getting caught up in that, but just like kind of coasting it. You know. Um. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. But like I said, I don't always know. Like I don't have all the answers. I just kind of learn as I go. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, okay, so we already got 42 medals. So that's like 6 runs, so we want to run it about 5 more times. So the boost definitely helped. The boost definitely helped there. Let's be very serious. Um, yeah, the boost definitely helped there. Now I'm gonna, of course, I'll bring a different team. Sometimes I like to get that variety in there. Try out different squads. It's like the first box. Here we go. Let's try out this team. How many? Okay, true. Yeah. I actually did recently just pull a dupe for that Goku. I forgot for a second, like, and not even on the flex and stuff. I was just like, literally forgot. I was like, did I pull a dupe for that Goku? But yeah, bro, when he gets the easy A though, that's gonna be so wild. Cause he already still is like a pretty good unit. I mean, honestly, bro, I I don't know. That Goku to me was like slept on for a little bit. Like as a defensive unit, he's not like the craziest, but he's also not bad. Like he's kind of aged. He's aged kind of well, you know what I mean? Um and I mean, of course that's just an opinion, and I know there's probably better units out there, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, at this point it's like, I know it sounds crazy, but at this point it's literally like if it's not LRs or new units themselves, there's really no like there's no threshold anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's either get dupes, get summonable LRs, because the Dokkan LRs are kind of a given, right? Like those are a given, and I say a given like when the banners come around, it's like why would you not summon on those? Basic, like that's literally what it is. You know what I mean? Like if those banners are out, you literally gotta summon on them. Like you don't have to, but like why would you not? You know what I mean? Like why would you not summon on the Dokkan Fest LR like banner? Even if you don't get the LR, that's kind of where I'm at with it. But when it comes to the legendary summon pool, like those are the LRs that I'm more so like speaking on. Like unless it's those, there's really no threshold anymore, because it's like now it's just like, oh, pulling dupes. You know what I mean? Like you'll hop into a banner and you'll see the like the banner pool and you'll be like, okay, unless it's the like the two new units, like the unit or the like the new unit or the other one or two new units that come along with the banner these days, everything else is pretty much dupes. You know what I mean? And that's on the Dokkan Fest side of it. So, hence the reason why I've definitely been jumping as of lately more into the legendary summons, because there's plenty of LRs in there, like summonable LRs in there that I still would like to obtain. Not even from a collector standpoint, but just like from like pure viability. Like, oh, like Movie Heroes Gohan, bro, his art is phenomenal. Like I honestly would still say like Movie Heroes Gohan, like the tech one, probably has like, and once again this is opinion, but it's like probably top 3 best like LR art in the game. And I'm talking about like Dokkan Fest LRs and all of that. I know it probably sounds wild because you're like, bro, what about like Tech Gogeta or like I don't know, who else? I mean, that's really it. Like Tech Gogeta, uh, freaking. I mean, I said top 3, so I would probably put Tech Gogeta up there too. But like real life, like Tech Gohan, Tech Gogeta, and then the third spot is kind of like, you know, personal preference. Like maybe for me, I'd probably put Physical Janemba up there too. LRUI is a good is a runner up. He's a runner up. I'm not gonna lie, but if we're really talking about it, I don't know. Him and Janemba are kind of tied for that third spot. Cause I was just looking at LR Janemba's art the other day. I was like, golly. Like, I'm actually gonna put that on screen. Well, I can't now. I could go on Google and like look up a picture or something, but it wouldn't be the same effect. You know what I mean? So, who knows? We might just edit that in. Actually, no, dude. Literally, I might as well just like show it on screen or something, right? But yeah, bro. Tech Vegeto's. I mean, not Tech Vegito. Tech Janemba's art. I mean, not Tech Janemba. Not the freaking not the TUR version. I'm talking about the LR version. the physical one. His art is pretty sensational. Especially when he goes in a rage mode and then he gets the sword and then it's like, it's next level, bro. Some next level art. Alright, so we're getting the Goku transformation here. Yeah. You already know. Yes, indeed. Yeah, when that guard activates, bro, like, he just innately blocks everything. Like, of course, it's only a medium chance. But still, when it does activate, bro, man. Man, this Janemba is dodging everything, bro. Legitimately everything. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. This is really what makes this event longer than it needs to be. Because he just doesn't... He's acting like a sore loser right now. Like... Literally, bro. It makes it longer than it needs to be. Like, it's not my fault that I can two-shot you, Janemba. Like, I'm... Like, what do you want me to say, bro? You know what I mean? Like... You put up a good fight, though. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Unless the Dokkan event has like extra defense or it's like Super Battle Road or like Extreme Super Battle Road, that's pretty much how it is. But even then, like the repetition of it, you look at the clock and you're like, oh man, I've been doing this for how long? Like, you know, I'm not even worried about it. Not even worried about it. Let's see. Should I pull up a large numbers art though? Or should I save it? The unit is already out, but I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, I'll pull up his art. Let me see. Yeah. Hold up. How's the camera looking? Hold up. How's the face cam looking? I see. Okay. That's all good. Let's look up. A large number art. I'll just pull up his rage mode. I mean, even his regular art is pretty good, like pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie, but like specifically rage mode is like, yo, like they went hard in the paint with this man's art, bro. Here, let me see. I mean, keep in mind, him and Tech Gogeta are kind of like two peas in a pod, right? Like they were, even though Janemba's on the summonable banner and Gogeta's technically a Dokkan Fest LR, they're still kind of like two peas in a pod. So that's kind of the interesting part about it too, but I digress. All right, so look, let's bring it up. All right, so we're about to go ahead and there we go. All right, so as you can see, that's the art right there. It's pretty snazzy, bro. That's rage mode, Janemba, of course. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it's definitely probably a preference there. Like I said, like there's different arts in the game. that you can vibe out with, you know what I mean? But to me, that's uh that's some of the cleanest art there is when it comes to the summonable LR side of things. Alright. But yeah, real life. Let's get back to it. But yeah, I large your number, man. Cause I was looking like right before the extreme banner went away. I was like, okay. I was looking at like the gold coins, cause that's really what I'm doing now. Like, that's the cool thing about it too, cause like, granted, even though each LR's 500 gold coins, it's still like, well, even if you don't necessarily pull the LR that you're looking for, you could still save up 500. Oh, excuse me. Even if you don't pull the LR that you're looking for, you could still save up 500 gold coins and basically get whatever LR you want. So that's like the trade-off, you know what I mean? Like, you could go hard for like 50 summons, not get the LR that you're looking for, but still walk away with whatever LR that you were looking for. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you can't really go wrong there. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just preference, though. That's just preference. I wonder if Vegeta is gonna come back like the Ant GT Vegeta. If he comes back around for the anniversary, I might have to go in and try and get that unit too. Last time I used my red coins, I used it for. I picked up or not physical, but Super Vegeta, the strength one, which no regrets there. That is a phenomenal unit. I was like, if I'm gonna use the red coins on anybody, cause I hadn't even gotten a copy of them yet. So I was like, if I'm gonna use the red coins on anybody from this banner, it's gonna be the Vegeta. Cause dude, after a while, like, even though I didn't pull the cell, I was pulling dupes left and right. Like, I literally walked away from that banner like, and none of this is like bragging, bro. Like, I kid you not. I walked away from that banner with like a rainbowed Gohan, like rainbow tech Gohan. Then I pulled a dupe for LR Gohan. So I think that was my second dupe for him. And I was like, okay, like, this was all in the pursuit of Cell, by the way. Like, I pulled the Goku, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just go for Cell. Now, of course, I didn't go as hard for Cell, even though, I mean, I don't know. I like the STR Goku and Gohan unit for sure, but I would have been pretty cool pulling the transforming Cell as well. Not gonna lie. So when that banner comes back around, best believe, or at least when that Cell comes back around, best believe I'm gonna be going back in trying to get that Cell. But nonetheless, this Goku and Gohan's a phenomenal unit. So we ended up walking away with a dupe for Gohan, and then rainbowed STR. I mean, not STR Gohan. Rainbowed Tech Gohan. Then got a dupe for Gotenks. Then I think I got a dupe. I got a dupe for Pycon. Forgot I even had 2 dupes already for Pycon. So Pycon's chilling at like 3 dupes. He only needs 1 more dupe to be rainbowed. Then, so I pulled the Pycon dupe, the Gohan dupe, the LR Gohan dupe. Who else? The Gotenks dupe. I forgot who else was on that banner. I was also trying to go for Android 13. That was the other reason why I was kind of going hard on the paint on the Cell banner, because I was like, there's a couple more units on that banner that I was looking to get more than the units that were on the Goku and Gohan banner. So, I mean, it was like, you know, it was definitely a push and pull. We were putting in some work there, but a lot of that was just like, you know, I'm not even going to trip over it and just kind of get it done. But yeah, like when banners like that come around, It's really just about the value that they have. You know what I mean? Like you look at your account and you're like, oh, okay, like what banners are like what units on these banners do I want to prioritize? And then like that's kind of how I summon. Like I don't really summon just to be like, oh, like it's a new unit, I'm gonna just summon for him. Like no, I'm kind of strategic with like there's no kind of. I'm actually pretty strategic with it. Like I'm like, yo, like okay, like who's on the banner? Why do I want to summon for him? You know what I'm saying? Like what units do I already have that would work on this respective team? Like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like what leader skill does he have? And yeah, that might sound like more complicated, but I mean it's like I mean, when you're playing Dokkan like me at this point, it's like there's no point of just randomly summoning on a banner. I mean, I'm not saying like I won't like YOLO throw like 5 stones to see if I get like, you know, a unit for fun or something. Like I'm not saying I'm super serious about it, but I'm just saying it from the perspective of like it's still like a conscious effort of being like, "Oh, yeah, like okay, XYZ unit came out. You know, who else is on the banner? Let me check it out. Is it worth summoning? If not, then I can hold off until something better comes along. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's not even about saving stones or anything like that. Of course, it's also cool to save stones, but yeah, it's just like, okay, like, GG, you know? Because the one thing that you'll see about Dokkan is that there's plenty of units to choose from. A lot of it is just preference, what you're looking to accomplish, and like what your box is already kind of looking like, because you can't really control like what unit you're gonna get, you know what I mean? So it's like, why would I just randomly summon if I already can't control the odds of what I'm gonna get, and instead of just summoning for what I intend on summoning for, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's really all you can do, honestly. There's like no real cheat code to it. Like there's plenty of banners that I've hopped into. I mean, I won't say plenty, but there's probably like a handful I can count off the top of my head that I remember specifically, like, oh yeah, like that banner was like, it wasn't like a nightmare, because it wasn't a nightmare, but it was like, oh shit, like that banner I really put some work into and didn't really walk away with the unit that I was looking for. And that happens. Like, good example, like when the Goku and Vegeta from the Tournament of Power came around, the LR versions, it was the AGL UI Goku and the Int Vegeta. I walked away from that banner with Int Vegeta, but I was going so hard for UI Goku, bro. Like to the point where like I wasn't even buying stones. I was literally like clearing through like in-game content trying to get the UI Goku. I mean, of course I would still buy stones here and there for sure, doing multis, but like every time I would hop into a multi, bro, I'm pretty sure if I would have kept going, I probably would have eventually pulled UI. But after a while, I was just like, it's okay. Like I'll just wait until he comes back around or something like that. Now on the flip side, on JP, I practically like accidentally pulled both of them. And I say accidentally from like the sense of like, because it was JP, like it wasn't that like I didn't see myself playing JP, but it's like, you know, global is like my main account, you know what I mean? Like JP is cool because they release stuff earlier, but I definitely don't go as hard on the JP side of things as I do on global. Now that global's like getting all specked out and, you know, they're taking care of it, opposed to like how global used to be. If you know, you know, right? But it is what it is. It's all good. But yeah, so like real life though, I would like play JP, but then I'd be like, okay, like I would really just hop into JP to like see what was happening and then like kind of play it, but it was like more for fun, you know what I mean? So like when the banners came around on there, bro, I hopped on JP and like they had the tickets and all of that. And then like literally just like YOLO'd and got both of them. And I was like, okay, cool. Like didn't trip over it. I was like, nice, but like this isn't gonna be like the determining factor for like which game I play. Like I'm still gonna like focus my efforts into global. So I kind of did that and like walked away with the Vegeta, who is a phenomenal unit, by the way. Super phenomenal unit. Like great defensively, great utility. Has the AOE like versatility to him. Um, of course, UI has the dodging and stuff. Can't beat that. But yeah, you know, it just goes to show that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's completely RNG based, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, either way, you could walk away from a banner, pour a bunch of stones into it, and just not even get the unit that you're looking for. And it's just how it is. But you really could too. It's I mean it is a mindset thing. Like for me personally, like I have the mindset and the belief that like any unit that I'm summoning for, I can get, I can obtain. The game is built for it to happen. But I don't like put so much emphasis on it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just kind of let it be what it is, and then go from there. But yeah, so the last time I checked, we had 56 medals on the Janemba event. So 2 more runs, or really 3 more runs, I should say. 63 something. Yeah, 3 more runs, and then we should be where we want to be when it comes to awakening Tech Janemba. I think I got his SA already, his super attack already, the super attack 10. So that's gonna be very helpful, cause I haven't been like going and getting like Elder Kais as much as I used to. Partially because I haven't been running the easy A's as well. Like I used to just kind of clear easy A's just to do it. You know what I mean? Now it's kind of like, well, I'll still do that, but it's like there's still like a process of it. Like okay, like I'm prioritizing like which easy A's to clear, stuff like that. Cause yeah, the stones are cool. The stones are great. Love the stones. Love the Kais. Love the Zenny statues. But yeah, it's just that notion of like just clearing the content, thinking about the long game of it. Like okay, like you know what I mean. Alrighty. Yeah, so it's kind of funny with Janemba because on one hand, even though he isn't the most defensive unit, like his event isn't like the most heavily defensive unit, on the flip side, he still kind of hits like a truck. Like I've been using different teams. So of course, using like the super team, he's just gonna naturally do more damage against it. And like if I brought extreme, which I might actually do the next go around to see, then that'd be a different story. But like, yeah, bro, like Janemba actually kind of hits decently hard, bro. And this isn't his final phase. Now, granted, we got Goku in his rage mode here. So he obviously Goku don't care about none of that. He says he don't care about none of that at all. You know what I mean? But yeah. So we're running with the full STR rotation. You're probably wondering like, yo, like, Z, Trezzy, like Tyler, why are you using STR Gogeta over Ant Gogeta? And honestly, bro, I have no idea. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're both easy aid. Granted, I do have like 2 dupes in STR Gogeta and Ant Gogeta. I didn't just recently get him, but he was definitely one of the more recent units that I picked up. Like in a perspective of things. Look at our health. Wait a minute. That's what I'm saying, bro. You gotta watch out for that. But yeah, like if Goku's probably gonna guard here, but I'm not sure. It's always a chance. Okay, yeah, his guard is activated. GG. But it wouldn't have one shotted him either way. But still, that's what I mean. Like, it's a little sneaky sometimes. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out for that. But yeah, so hence the reason. That's why I said it is what it is. But yeah, I would definitely say that Int Gogeta is good. There's no really second guessing it. Honestly, like they're both good. They both kind of do different things though. Like I noticed that. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm not. Well, I'm not sure actually if one does something different than the other. Of course, their stats are different. I'm not sure who does more DPS. Like Int Gogeta probably naturally does more DPS, and he also raises his own defense. That's the other thing with Int Gogeta that STR Gogeta doesn't have. So that's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially in things like Super Battle Road, like it's pretty helpful. Defense is low key slept on. I mean, not in Dokkan, but when you get like later on in the game, you'll realize that defense is probably like one of the more important stats. Which is kind of funny because in a lot of games, I've noticed this. Like in a lot of games, unless it's like more strategy based, defense really isn't like looked at as an important stat. Like it's kind of weird, but for some reason in Dokkan, it's like actually like defense actually kind of matters. Like no lie. But I mean I like that though. Like you know what I mean. Like I don't hate that. I like that about the game because it brings a different like it's a different aspect of strategy to it. But yeah, so this Gogeta raises defense for one turn, and but he only raises it for one turn, so it doesn't stack, and then he still has the same ability to lower attack and defense like STR Gogeta. And then he gets base 120% attack and defense, medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. Okay, with the rainbow spears obtained. True. And then is that okay, that's an additional attack. Or additional 40% attack. So you can get up to an additional of 160% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. And then with 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, he gets the critical hit. So he does have a little bit more like versatility to him, I guess you could say. The STR just like blatantly lowers attack and defense. And then but he honestly scales higher. That's the funny part about this STR Gogeta because even though he's an older unit, he has the potential to scale higher than Int Gogeta and just raw output. And he gets a flat out, like, he literally still gets a flat out attack and defensive boost on top of that. Like, yeah, it's only 77%, but he gets to 77%, and then he can still scale higher and attack just off of rainbow key spheres that he obtains. And then he also still has the attack on effective on all types. So it's like, I mean, I don't know in what situation you'd be getting like, I don't know. Well, I mean, it could definitely happen where you get more than like 4 or 5 rainbow key spheres, but what 7 times 5 is 35%. So I mean, 35% on top of let's say 70%. Well, I mean, innately, Int Gogeta is still probably going to out DPS unless you get a situation where it's just a bunch of rainbow key spheres on the field. So I mean here, like, good example, right? Like what I'll do is I'll actually swap out and try out Int Gogeta here. But what I was gonna say is yeah, 70% plus 35%, that's 105 plus 7, so you're looking at about 112 8% when it comes to attack. So, I mean, yeah. It's like, but that's like off of like 5 rainbow key spheres. You could probably get a whole field of rainbow key spheres and it would be like a completely different situation. But there's also no item that changes key spheres into rainbow key spheres. Like if that was an item, or say for instance I was running someone like, I don't think Weirus does it, but there's definitely some units that probably do it. Maybe just not on the fusion team. But I don't think Weirus changes spheres into rainbow key spheres. I think he changes spheres into physical spheres. But I'll definitely double check that. Because Weirus does have an easy A and all that now too. Real life. Well, yeah. That's really what it boils down to. It's just like preference, honestly. I mean, with Ant Gogeta, it makes sense that he's naturally better because he was released afterward, and so was his easy A. So that would have been kind of backwards if it was the other way around, right? But yeah. Real life. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. So we're on the 3rd phase here. Got Gogeta on rotation. And joke's on you, Jenna, but I can dodge too. Literally. Jenna still ain't having none of that though. It's all good. That's literally why he's dodging, bro. Because otherwise, it'd literally be a 2-shot. Like, there's no other way around it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, we're on the final phase here. Here we are. $157,000. I see you, bro. There we go. So I'll actually lead with that Goku. Because we got a bunch of rainbow key spear wizards. By a bunch, I mean really just like 2 that I'm conscious of right now, being the physical Goku here, and then of course Gogeta himself. I call them wizards because they usually like either scale using rainbow spheres to do more damage output, or they just have some type of mechanic that requires rainbow key spheres to unlock certain techniques like the critical hits or the dodges or the additional attack, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hop into this now. I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we can actually check and see how many medals we have here. Nice, cool. So we got 77, cool. Right on mark. By mark, I mean the time, of course, but yeah. It's like, kind of like an hour in, you know what I mean. It's a vibe, bro. Alright, so let's get it. Awaken Janemba. There he is. Okay, so I got a super attack to level 5. And I don't think I have the Kais right now. Yeah. I was kind of running a little bit low on the Kais, but it's alright. It is a-okay. Alright, so let's see. Is there a Kai banner up? There is. $25 stones apiece. Yeah, I might actually summon on that Kai banner. Not gonna lie. But yeah, that's Janemba. So I mean, even though his super attack isn't at level 12, or not at level 12, but at level, it's at level 6 right now. Even though it's not like fully maxed out, I mean, you know, he's still here to be used and to be tested out. So he is the leader, corroded body of mind, as well as extreme class. So it's 130%. So him and Frieza low-key share the same like leader skill. Frieza after he easy A's, that is. Same leader skill, same typing, all of that jazz. So it's pretty interesting there. But yeah. He's also part of the accelerated battle category, which is pretty interesting because Goku and Hit are also a part of that category, as well as UI and a few other units that would kind of be interesting to see how they would function together. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing within itself, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much Janemba. Now, there is the Vegito Blue event that's up. And that's, of course, a little bit older of an event. Other than that, there's really no other event. I don't have Tech Hit on this account. It's on my JP account. Let me double check, though. I don't think I pulled Tech Hit. Yeah, I pulled STR. I pulled the LR version and then the INT version, but not Tech Hit. Yeah, so really for today, I mean, it's really just like, it was just the Janemba, and it was, I was gonna like work on LR Vegito Blue, low key. Yeah, because for everybody else, it's pretty much GG. For Awaken Zamasu already, Awaken that Goku already. Broly I don't have on this account yet. Vegeta I don't have on this account yet. The Androids I don't have on this account yet. Yeah, so we can just hop into the Vegito event. Because that Tech Vegito, that's another unit that's just been sitting there for a minute. And like, he's just been like, yo, one day you'll awaken me. One day, like, you know what I mean? And he just hasn't been awakened yet, so I don't mind getting started on that for now, right? As you can see, you could tell how long it's been since I've ran this because, I mean, the units that are on this team, I mean, they're not, like, bad units, but, like, this team was, like, I kind of wish you could see the date of, like, when the team was last used because this team is, like, classic, bro. Literally. It's one of the more classic teams that I would run on this account for sure. But I digress. So here we're just gonna use there's definitely an AoE part to this event. So I'm just gonna bring this Frieza because of the fact that we have the AoE freeze on there. Now that's if we get him in rotation. That's a whole nother story. But we'll see. We'll probably get him in a rotation, right? Here we go. Actually, I don't know. This one might not even have the AoE to it. This might just be the Vegito phase itself. Yep. Potentially. Alright. So that's phase one. That's physical Vegito. I won't even worry about the transformation here. I'll just go in. Do the darn thing. Hit him with the Yami. Alright, I had to. Hit him with the Yami. I didn't one shot him though. He was pretty sturdy, I'm not gonna lie. With the Yami. Beep beep boop boop beep boop boop. Alright, so yeah, it's like 4 stages to this too. But of course, like always with these events, they have no defense. They're literally just like, it's like paper, bro. Like literally. It's like paper. Like, look at this. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, it has a little bit of defense, but you get the idea. It's like paper, bro. Alright, so third phase for the Vegito event. Got Frieza's transformation here. This rotation is pretty flawless. So much so to the fact that, dude, I don't even know if Vegito is gonna live this hit from Frieza. And it's wild because he's type advantage, but I still don't think Vegito is gonna live this. Like, I just, I don't root for the villains. I'm just saying, like, just hold up. Wait for it. Okay, he did. I was about to say, I'm like, bro, I know Vegito, it's not that paper. It's not that frail, bro. You know what I mean? There's still some work that has to be put in. You know what I mean? Like, this is still Vegito Blue we're talking about here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not just running in and, oh, well, there goes Tech Frieza. Never mind. Look what's up. GG. Golly. With the additional and the crit, he just showed all the way out. He just showed all the way out. Like, Tech Frieza was like, look, he told AGO Frieza, he was like, bro, hold my water, bro, and said, whoop, and just did the darn thing, bro. Like, that was tough. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do here. I mean, we might as well, because literally, like, these events reset daily. Like I said, there's gonna be, I mean, if we're going off of the scale that's already been presented, and we kind of already see that the anniversary missions are available in they're literally available in the mission log right now. So 12 days, we'll probably start seeing more anniversary content popping up. As of right now, with these resetting daily, it's like, hey, might as well just get some of the units that I can out of the way. I can also prioritize, because even though the Goku, what is it, the Kaioken Blue Goku event isn't up right now, but with the Tech Hit event being up, I can still hop into that, get the medals. That's like 3 runs, and then clear that, you know what I'm saying? And then when Goku comes around, get his 3 medals, and that transcends Goku, or that transcends the Goku and Hit to TUR stage. Yep, yep, yep. Alrighty. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with it right now. Yep. But the streams have been a vibe, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Streaming on all 3 platforms has definitely been a little bit different. It's been a new experience for sure. Because it's the same content, but it's just going on 3 different platforms at the same time. Like, now, of course, like, YouTube and Twitch is one thing. The Facebook aspect of things, like, it's not that I haven't been on Facebook, because I've actually, like, there's plenty of content, like, over the years. Like, I've used Facebook as a platform to, like, or not even use Facebook, but, like, appreciated Facebook as a platform, and used and took advantage of the platform. I would say I took advantage of the platform. It's like the words of it. It's just like, so, it's that friction. But nonetheless, you harness the platform. You have the tools available to your disposal to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So therefore, right, like when it came to Facebook, like I never really streamed on Facebook prior to, because I never really had a reason to, unless it was like, I mean, they do have like the Facebook gaming app. That's a thing. And there's plenty of people that stream on Facebook. You know what I mean? But like, I never personally like had a reason to stream on Facebook, because I was like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just never had a reason to stream on Facebook. But then I was like, okay, well, having this opportunity is like, it brings a whole different aspect to it that I never really thought about, because I'm like, YouTube and Twitch, you know what I mean? Like, they're 2 completely different ecosystems. But I guess what makes Facebook different, especially when it comes to the live streaming aspect of it, is because like it's not like IG, where like on Instagram you can do the same thing. You can live stream on Instagram too. Oh man, just imagine that, right? Instagram gaming. Oh lord, I might be thinking ahead, but I'm just saying. Um, so like literally, you go on Facebook and you have like people will stream on Facebook. It's called, like they have a completely separate section for it, whether it's just like other live streams or specifically like gaming on Facebook. It has its own app. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's definitely a thing. It was just something that I never did until now. So like I'm like, okay, like that's pretty new, and it's a nice opportunity, and it's kind of exciting. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, it's just being able to expand and put the content out on a new platform. You know what I'm saying? Not that I couldn't do it before, but the work that went into it would have been more. Like, it would have been like literally clipping an entire live stream, which already is kind of messy within itself, because it's like it's a live stream. Like, what's the point of clipping it unless you're getting like the moments, like the highlights and stuff? Not saying you can't do it, but I'm just saying like it's more work, right? So like, to where now it's like, oh, like you can just boom and just have it like all there, and it's like, oh, like yo, that's super helpful, and it's next level, bro. So I mean, there's still platforms, like I said, that have their own live stream capabilities, but I'm not worried about like harnessing them all and live streaming on them all. It's just like, okay, like you got your TikTok, you got your Instagram lives, you got, I mean, other than that, there's other platforms out there, but if we're talking like the top tier ones that are known about, it's really like Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You know what I mean? Like there's no Snapchat live. There's no like that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that it can't be a thing, but I'm just saying like it doesn't exist at this time right now. So I mean, that's pretty, I don't know, that's pretty cool. Like I'm not going to lie, it's pretty interesting. But it's also like it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like it's just it's all a part of the process. So with that being said, it's like, yeah, I mean, I could see myself creating more content for Facebook, but it's also like Facebook and Instagram are kind of in conjunction anyway. They're just like two separate. They're kind of like two different ecosystems, bro. Like honestly, you know what I mean? So that's a whole nother conversation though. You know what I mean? Not even in a bad way. It's just like, yeah, like the awareness of knowing that like you can make content for the platforms, but just know like the content that you're making for the platform and like how it'll like how the it'll interact with the platforms, right? Like, and that's kind of why it's like interesting when I really sit here and I think about it, because I'm like, yeah, bro, like literally I've been running and putting content on IG for like a, without talking about or not without taking into account, I guess I would have to take into account the IG hiatuses, you know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of moments where I could have just went hard in the paint on Instagram, like literally just boom, 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 post, video, reel, live stream, all of that, right? But I didn't want to spam because I I was becoming aware of what the IG like or the Instagram what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? The dynamics of Instagram are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Instagram has a different dynamic than YouTube, than TikTok, than Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Facebook is very, I don't want to say spam friendly, but you can go on Facebook and I don't want to say spam friendly because that sounds very like, I mean, this sounds what it sounds like, spam friendly. But if you've been on the Facebook platform, you know what I'm talking about. Like you can go on Facebook and you can like, it's kind of like Twitter in that sense. Like you can kind of go on there and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like just a bunch of content. And it wouldn't really make or break anything. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be a bunch of content on Facebook. Instagram isn't really like that. It's more like it's like a highlight reel. I mean, honestly, it's like a highlight reel. It's a carousel of different things, but like art, lifestyle, niches, but it's a little bit more defined. You know what I mean? Like I think that the thing that I'm seeing with Facebook is there's still this aspect of like blogging that Facebook will innately have, that Instagram has too, but it's done in a different way. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking about it too much, but I'm also not really thinking about it. I'm kind of just like putting it out there and I'm just like laying it for the foundation. And it's like, okay, like I'm just saying, I put it to you like this, right? Like I'm saying this and I'm not saying that what I'm saying is like what it is, but if you go on these platforms and you like study them or you put content out on the platform and you do it a certain way or you do it a different way, you'll kind of run into what I'm naturally talking about without even trying. Like maybe you won't pay attention to it, but at the end of the day, it's kind of just what it is. Like it is what it is, literally. Like so, yeah, that's the thing about it, and that's why I'm kind of like, okay, like with streaming on Facebook, I think it would be interesting. Um, just seeing it from that aspect, not even on no spam stuff, like, cause it's never that, but it's just like, huh, like, it's different. Um, but yeah, it's cool though. Just building that foundation, laying that framework, and keeping it moving. You know what I mean? Let's see. So we got our final phase of the Vegito Blue event here. Pretty groovy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but that's kind of the vibe though. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of the vibe though. So I'm gonna check after this and see how many medals we've gotten with Vegito Blue so far. It's probably been about 3 runs. Of course we don't have boost or anything, so it'll take us a little bit longer, but it's okay. That's fine. It happens. So yeah, about 4 more runs, or not 4 more runs, but we've done 4 runs. So we'll need about 7 more runs. It looks like, yep, servers just reset. Cool, cool. Oh, so I wonder, are they? Nah, I don't think they swapped out just yet. That won't be until like midnight, kind of, sort of. Okay. But yeah, so got a few more runs here. I could use a different squad. I've noticed that really, like, the only squad when it comes to like, well, I mean, I do have the Bojack team as well, but when it really comes to like extreme types, I mean, I could run like the Boos as well as like, I mean, there's actually a couple of different options. I'm not gonna lie, like Super 17 androids, Bojack squad, but I noticed myself kind of always leaning towards like the Frieza team. I don't know. It's just cause like, dude, like Frieza's team, like there's different ways that you can build his squad, but Frieza's team just runs through like like it's nothing, bro. Like literally, there's different ways that you can build him for sure. But for, like the AGL, Frieza himself as a unit just tears through so much content. Like it's kind of absurd. Like you know what I mean? Like I know it's not like not in a bad way, but like when I really think about it, I'm like, damn, like I really don't use any other extreme squad these days unless it's like AGO Frieza. And I haven't really gotten bored of this unit either. Like I've noticed that. Like I won't say that I would get bored of units, but a lot of times like I'll swap out and use like different units and be like, "Oh yeah, like I'm, just going to use different teams and stuff like that." Like I naturally kind of tend to do. But with AGL Frieza, like I don't know if it's a super attacks or I don't know, bro, but I just haven't gotten bored of him. Like I've just been like, "Yo, like he literally just runs through whatever I need." With some, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might have to use a little bit more effort than other times, like if it's like Super Battle Road or something like that. But if Frieza is able to be on the team, it's almost a completely different event. Um, yeah, like honestly, I don't know where AGL Frieza ranks, but I mean the LR version, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like He's definitely up there. He is definitely up there. Would I say he's better than the Super Saiyan Goku? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I like them both. I think they're both phenomenal units, but I don't know who's better. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't. They're really good though, and I don't have a dupe for either one. That's the other thing. Like I've seen this guy at 100%, and it's even more absurd than him with no dupes. But I truly don't know who's better between the two of them. It's kind of interesting with those two LRs because I remember when they came out, and I wasn't like I was hyped for them, yeah, for sure. But like I don't know, like to this day, a lot of people still talk about like the UI Goku and the Vegeta. Shoot, even I still talk about UI Goku and Vegeta, right? But the the Frieza and the Goku that came out afterward, man, I don't know, man. That's all I'm saying. Kind of underrated. Not gonna lie, just a little bit. Art wise, all of that jazz. They're kind of underrated, but yeah. I'm not saying that's like the new meta or anything like that. I'm just having that awareness and being like, oh, like yeah, those guys exist. Like, you know what I mean? I guess also the other thing about, at least with Frieza, like Super Saiyan Goku has a little bit more utility because, well, one, he's a Super Saiyan, two, he's a pure Saiyan, three, he's Goku. You know, he's literally like the main character. So I mean, you know what I mean? Frieza, I mean, Frieza is Frieza. Like, let's be serious. But when it comes to like Dokkan standpoint, he's not as like the teams that he can be ran on. He's on plenty of teams, yes, but the teams that you find Frieza on, you probably just won't find people like naturally running as much. You know what I mean? And it's not because they're bad teams. It's just because, well, naturally, like, it's just how it kind of is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people probably just won't run the teams like that. Um, yeah, that's really it. Like he's on, like look at all the categories that he's on, bro. He's on Full Power, Planet Namek Saga, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline. Psh, he's on Terrifying Conquerors, Final Trump Card, Exploding Rage. Yeah, he's on some categories, bro. Inhuman Deeds, Space Traveling Warriors. He's on Gifted Warriors, bro. Planetary Destruction, and Battle of Wits. Or no, not Battle of Wits, Battle of Fate. Bro, I don't even know who's the leader for that category, bro. But look at how many units are sitting in that category. You literally have LR Vegito, you have LR Super 17, you have the Goku and Frieza, you have Gogeta, you have LR Cell, you have, bro, you literally have Ultra Instinct Goku, you got LR Goku, you got LR Vegeta, you got LR Baby Vegeta, all in the same category. You got both of the Super Saiyan 4s. You got Super 17, like Tech Vegito Blue, like, bro. Look, I don't know who's the leader for that category, but hey, man, that's stacked. Like, even if they don't all link the best, I mean, you can find units in there that link pretty well, but yeah, dude, I have no idea who's the leader for that category, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably a Dokkan Fest unit with all those units that are sitting in there. It's most definitely probably a Dokkan Fest unit. I'm just not sure who it is. It's probably somebody that released while I was on hiatus. Um, but yeah, I should look that up though. I wonder who it is. Battle of Fate leader Dokkan. Oh that's right. That's Kid Buu. Wait, is it Kid Buu or is it? Hold on. Yup, Kid Buu. Kid Buu has the Battle of Fate and the Majin Buu Saga leader skill. Golly, that is a stacked category, bro. And then and then the physical Goku is accelerated battle, right? I think so. Yeah, it's Battle of Fate and Accelerated Battle. So they both share Battle of Fate, but they both had two different other separate like leader skills. So it's like the physical Goku has Accelerated Battle and um, Kid Buu has Majin Buu. But still, golly, dude. Yeah, I do remember that. I didn't even skip those units because I didn't like them. I think I just skipped because I just was like, I just wasn't playing at the time, honestly. But yeah, bro, you're talking about a stacked category. Golly, dude. Yeah. Well, if they come back around, I'll definitely summon for them. I mean, I'm pretty sure the units themselves are phenomenal as well. But yeah, bro, that category is bonkers, bro. That category is bonkers. Already, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really looking forward to when they give this Cella Easy A, like the Prime Battle one. Cause I'm just like I'm not forcing it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. When that cell gets an Easy A, that's gonna be kind of a vibe. Already. So we're on the fourth phase here. We'll get the Buhan transformation. GG. Yes, indeed. Buhan putting in that work. Yup, 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 yup. So, I don't think Buhan's gonna one shot here, but he sealed. He definitely sealed, so that's pretty good. And as in he sealed Vegito Blue, of course. So there's no super attacks happening on his side. And of course, you got Frieza doing his darn thing. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Transformer Frieza going in the third form here. Yeah. Yep. There it is. Let's see here. So, I didn't actually check to see how many medals we had on Vegito. I was literally vibing to the music, bro. Like, literally. So 42. So it's like 7. No, 6. Well, 6 plus 7. No, that's 13. So we need 5 more rounds. And then Vegito will be awakened. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and swap teams here. Use a different squad. You know what I'm saying? Get some variety going. You know. Yup. 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 For sure. Get some variety going for sure. But yeah, as for like different games and stuff like that, well, here's the thing. I mean, I say that here's the thing, but regardless of whatever, we're still gonna play different games. However, it's just kind of funny because I say that and then I'm like, damn, like in 12 days, if what I'm saying does end up happening and the anniversary does drop, right? Then I'm already knowing that the Dokkan streams are probably going to be bonkers because, I mean, dude, like it's going to be the anniversary. And I didn't pull either unit on JP. And that's not a bad thing because I think that's the perfect reason for why, not even trying to be perfect. It's just like, you know, forget that. It's like, bro, look, I didn't pull either unit on JP. So, and it's not even because I didn't want to. It was because I literally didn't go hard on those banners on JP. I did a couple of summons from like the free stones that they gave out, and then I just left it alone. Because I knew, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to invest all this time on JP if I'm not going to play it like that. You know what I mean? It's not because I don't like, dude, I like the Japanese side of it. I think it's cool because it's just like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I might play JP on stream and like actually like work on my account. Like that would be a experience. Like it'd be like leveling up a Dokkan account, but like, kind of like not from the ground up because I'm talking about my JP account, but it's not like it's non-existent. Like I'm kind of like, I want to say maybe like level 80 or level 70. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like all the way, nowhere. But it's somewhere, right? So it's like, yeah. Who knows? I might actually do that on stream. So that'd be kind of interesting. But that's the thing, like with the anniversary coming up, because it didn't slip my mind, but I was like, oh yeah, like that is kind of soon. So, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So I could see myself streaming some more Dokkan for sure. When it comes to making content for that, because hey man, with those banners coming out, like dude, I remember when I posted content like a couple months ago on Instagram, just like I just posted like the reels of the banners themselves, not even the banners themselves, but like of the units themselves. And like the reaction that I got on Instagram was like, it was like way more than I thought I was gonna get. Like people like love those units. I was like, oh shit, like, and it wasn't even on my main. It wasn't even on my main Instagram account. It was on like my secondary account. Like, you know what I mean? So that that within itself kind of told me, I was like, okay, yeah, like people vibe with these units, whether it's just like the art or like regardless, like they just vibe with these units. So that was a couple months ago, but I remember that. I was like, okay, like yeah. And it was funny too, because like during the time, like I was still like releasing like songs and stuff like that, and it was just all that jazz. Yo, thanks for the follow, appreciate it, bro. Thank you. But yeah, like, dude, like, literally, when I was, I did that, I posted that on the Instagram, and like, the reaction was just like, like people who were vibing with it. I was like, nice, you know what I mean? It was cool. So, I could definitely see myself making some content for sure once anniversary rolls around. Whether it be summons or, I mean, it would definitely be something summons related. I'm not sure if I would go and like make a bunch of summon videos, because me personally, like I kind of run through summons fast. Like Like I'll just literally hop in summon because I don't play Dokkan for the summons, if that makes sense. Like I like to summon in Dokkan, but I don't play Dokkan for the summons, if that makes sense. So I mean, I can make summoning videos if you all want to see that. You know what I mean? But a lot of times I just do summoning off screen, or okay, well, opposed from. I mean, not opposed, but aside from the occasional, summoning that I do on stream sometimes. So yeah, we'll definitely see though. It'll be interesting, for sure. And yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna spoil the I'm not gonna spoil the anniversary units. It is what it is. If you know, you know. If you do want to see the anniversary units, though, you can always, well, definitely look them up, or you can go on my Nomadic Instagram page. I actually posted the anniversary units there a couple months ago when they released on JP. So if you go on there, you'll see the anniversary units and you'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? Or you just be like, oh, it doesn't, either way. But yeah, like, that's pretty much it. And yeah, as well as the anniversary units, I'm also just looking forward to the banners to see like what units are going to be on the banner, because if I remember correctly, I want to say UI came back around. And if UI is coming back around, you already know I'm definitely summoning. If UI comes back around, bro, I am definitely summoning for UI. You know what I mean? Like, there's no doubt about it. It's not even because, like, oh, I want them. It's like, oh, no, dude. Like, I'm definitely summoning for UI. Like, literally. Yeah. That's just what it is, bro. As well as the new units. You get the idea, though. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Yep. And then, of course, like, by the end of it, we may see a world tournament. We may not. But, oh, it's okay. But, yeah. We might see. Oh, that's why. Okay, it just moved on to the next song. True. It's all good. Next playlist. But yeah, that's pretty much the vibe with it, honestly. Like, I could definitely see myself doing some summons on there, but in the realm of not Dokkan related streaming content, right? Because what else would I really stream on the channel? Like I said, Dokkan, people vibe with it, and it's a vibe. I enjoy it. It's cool. There's some other games out there. I'm still kind of trying to figure out like which ones I want to play, but for right now, I'm kind of just like doubling down, honestly, because like I don't really see the need to like needlessly or mindlessly expand to other games right now, unless like I'm making an effort to do that. So I mean, it's okay. Now, of course, if it gets monotonous and bored or boring, then that's when I'll go ahead and make those pivots. But that's what happens accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, streams like these where I'm doing it and it's like, okay, like clearing through content, getting the units that we need to awaken, stuff like that, having the conversation, interacting with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not we're not doing this for like donations and stuff like that. Like, bro, literally we're making content. So it's like all of that jazz, bro. You know what I mean? It's all of that jazz. So yeah, that's kind of the way I see it, honestly, when it comes to this. But a lot of it is just like experience and learning as we go. Now, of course, another game that I played on the mobile side of things was, I think I streamed, I want to say I streamed I don't know if we streamed One Piece Treasure Cruise on here, but I do remember we streamed a little bit of Brave Souls too. And honestly, Brave Souls was received pretty nicely too. Um, yeah, Dokkan and Brave Souls for sure. Now, of course, if you know, like Brave Souls is on console now too, so like you can play Brave Souls like on PlayStation 4 and probably PlayStation 5 too, but specifically I know for a fact it's on PlayStation 4. But if it's on the 4, I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be on the 5, right? So um but yeah, you can play Brave Souls on console now. It's been on PC for the longest, and let's see what else. It's been on PC for the longest. It started off on mobile, and you can play it on console now on PlayStation. I don't think it's on Xbox. It's just on PlayStation. So yeah, if you want to check out Brave Souls, check it out. I'm not gonna lie, like not even like on no mindlessly plugging it. I'm just saying like it's actually kind of a fun game to play. Um, but yeah, I've been playing it for years, building, just building my account, jazz like that. Played it a few times on the channel, and more than a few times actually, and it was received pretty well. Even the streams where there'd be like no audio, or it'd just be like the game audio in the background, we just have gameplay, like it was still received pretty well. So um yeah, seems like people vibe with it for sure. But yeah, it's all good though. Just games like that, like there's certain ones that it just seems like people just respond to a little bit more than like trying to go for like all of like everything at once. You know what I mean? Like that's more like in the beginning phases of it, where it's like you're still trying to kind of figure it out. You're just trying to like see like what works, what people vibe with, what they respond to, stuff like that. As you progress though, you start to realize like, okay, like yeah, you can still try new things, you can expand your mind and do new things, but you still have a foundation. Like there's nothing wrong with having a foundation, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, like nothing wrong with having a foundation. So that's the way I see it, because everything outside you can't really control. It's the stuff internally, or I mean internally, but yourself, like that's the aspect that can be honed into, and you can tap in with, you know what I'm saying, and you know learn about. I don't know though, I'm just a guy. But I'm me. I'm Trezzy Nomadic, Tyler Z. You know, you know, not referring to myself in third person, because I'm me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all it is to it. It's all good. Yup, yup, yup. So yeah, this actually might be a one phase when it comes to Vegito right here. I mean, we got two intelligence characters on the field, but I'm also not sure. We'll see. True. Okay. It's all good. So we got another round. I think here we actually oh, GG. Let's see. We'll go ahead and double check how many medals. I think I just checked though. We had about, give or take, decent amount. 63. Yep, so two more rounds and we'll have Vegito Blue awakened. Two more rounds and we'll have Vegito Blue awakened, and then after that we can move on into working on getting the medals for hit. honestly. Which won't take nearly as long because we just don't require nearly as much when it comes to hit. Now, what I will say is, while we're here, I might actually build a team trying out, what is it, PyCon? I mean, not PyCon, but Janemba. Hence the reason why, we previously awakened Janemba, so now it's like, well, might as well try him out. Throw the STR version on there. Because he's a 170 lead. That is true. I mean, his squad isn't like terrible. I mean, at least when it comes to like the units that we have access to right now, like I could throw Metal Cooler on there. Yeah, actually, bro, I might actually try the squad out and just see how like viable it is. Let's go with Metal Cooler. Got Goku Black, as well as we could also throw Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta on here. Oh, he's definitely up here. Yep. And then that last slot is kind of like it really is kind of like preference. Like here I'd probably say Goku Black maybe, just for the added utility. I mean, we have two different ones, like Rose or the LR one, right? But I would probably go with the LR, or not the LR one, but Rose. And the cool part about it is we get to use and try out the physical Janemba alongside this team. So that's pretty exciting. Me personally, I've never tried physical Janemba. But as we were just talking about it, he has some of the best art in the game to me, bro. Like, easily. Yep. So we'll go ahead and put physical Janemba right there. There we go. Yeah, now keep in mind, I mean, no dupes. This Janemba also isn't super attack 10 yet. But I mean, he's still getting all the innate bonuses and all of that, like from his passive skill and all that. So that is a plus, regardless. It's wild though, because Rose still just ended up doing more. I mean, I guess it makes sense though, because he has, I mean, he's at super attack 10, bro. There we go. So I mean, this team, like, the links are pretty decent. Like, I haven't really struggled with Key. This is like a full corroded body and mind team with the like Janemba unit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but at the same time, yeah. This team is definitely pretty good. at least from the defensive aspect of it. And remember, don't corrode your body or mind, bro. Real life. So we're triggering Janimbus transformation here. I see. So this is where like all of his links really kick in from what it looks like. Like once he transforms, they're like perfect linking partners. Sheesh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, just with the two of them linked together. And I mean, keep in mind, he's not even at Super Attack 10 yet. And that was pretty good. Metacooler, even to this day, still stacks up really well, though. Like, he's still getting the job done, bro. And he's a 170 lead. You know, for Frieza's whole family, basically. You know what I mean? So, that is something to take into account, too. Alright. So this will be the last run. And then we'll have Vegito awakened. Yes, indeed. And then after this, we'll just pretty much hop into working on getting those medals from Hits event. And yeah, you know. After that, that'll pretty much leave. I mean, like I said, there's a couple of miscellaneous events that, like, you know, like whether it be storyline characters or stuff like that. Like, we could have separate live streams for like getting those characters for sure. Like Gohan, Piccolo. They're older units, but they're still kind of stack up to like if you're trying to get like Prime Battle done or, you know, certain Extreme Z Awakening events, like stuff like that, right? So that's always a thing. And then of course, like, we have who else? Like the Broly, LR Broly and Imp Broly, LR Super 17, LR Goku and Hit. I gotta like double check my box, and then like that's pretty much like the top Dokkan units, like top Dokkan Fest units I can think of. A lot of them at that point are probably just like miscellaneous ones that I just like to awaken just to like see how they function on respective teams and stuff like that. Like Weirus is definitely up there at the top of the list. Uh, yeah, and some other ones for sure. So we got Gotenks. Also got the Gogeta Fusion here. There it is. There it is. Yeah. Playing no games with them. Yeah, so here we go. So that's Gogeta, and then we got Gotenks and Gogeta here in rotation for that as well. Yeah, man, that Gogeta unit is phenomenal, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've pretty much, I mean, I've probably told this story already, but I don't know how many times. I mean, nah, I probably have only told it a few times, but so basically, it involves the Gogeta unit. It actually involves 3 units, funny enough, and it involves one of my music releases from like, what was that, 2021? I think it was 2021. But it wasn't necessarily the music release itself. It was, I mean, maybe it was a music release, but it was more so the clip that I used. That was what caught my interest about it, because literally the clip was from Fusion Reborn, and it was like a specific clip from Fusion Reborn, like the original Fusion Reborn Dragon Ball movie, and I used it for a music video of sorts. The song is actually still on my YouTube page. You can go check it out. It's called Visage. And if you want to, that's the best way to do it, because if, say for instance, you're a Dokkan player and you wanted to like match it up, you could go on my page, you could watch the video, and then you could go back and look at the animations for these 3 units, and then you tell me if I'm crazy, right? So it's not a bad thing though. It's just kind of funny because like I was like, yo, when it happened, like it like expanded my mind. So like, I remember I posted, before I posted on, or no, I think I posted the YouTube video at the same time that I posted it on Instagram. But this was back when I was kind of on like an Instagram stride. So like I was posting like a lot of content on Instagram. Like when I would make beat instrumentals, like I wasn't even to like just sell the beats. Like I would literally post it on Instagram. And you know what I'm saying? Like built that community and that following that way. So like, I already know this probably popped off on Instagram way before it popped off like on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because on YouTube it's still pretty chill. It's more like a re-upload. But I digress. So basically I upload this video of Visage, and it's basically the clip from Fusion Reborn. And then like a couple months later, I can't remember if it was a couple months or if it was, it probably was a couple months though. But if you look at the units that they released, PyCon, specifically PyCon and Tech Gogeta, you'll see that the animations are kind of like from the same, they're like the same matchup of like the clip that I used from the video, right? So I'm not saying that like I directly like influenced that, but it was just pretty interesting because like if you look at the video, well, first things first, the video was released before well, also the movie was also released, but you get the idea. The video was released before the 3 units were released, right? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is if you look at the animations that are used in the video, like the specific animations, like I'll play it on stream, not right now, but like I mean I could, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to see it, but might say that for another stream if y'all really want to see it, because I'm not trying to make like a big deal out of it. That's what I'm saying. It's more so just like the story. So yeah, but we'll probably play it on stream though, I'm not gonna lie. So basically, yeah, the three units. It's a Janemba, PyCon, and then Tech Gogeta. So you'll see specifically with Tech Gogeta actually. If you look at when he transforms and then you kind of look at the video, that's the part that got me because when Tech Gogeta transforms as well as his animations, they're like exactly matched up. Like exactly matched up. And then on top of that, PyCon, like I'm not sure if his animations are matched up to the video, but specifically Tech Gogeta. If you look at that unit and then you go watch the original video or the original movie, but the video helps because you can see like the specific clip, so it gives you like that oh moment. But like it's like yeah, I just thought that was always interesting because I was like wow, like you know what I mean, like that reached that far. Like I'm not saying like I directly influenced that, but like if I did, hey, that's pretty rad, bro. And then on top of that, the fact that it reached that far, just me making a video, like not even like the music is one thing, but like, just the video itself, like the fact that it inspired that. And then come to find out full circle, the game that I literally play, like just like before I really started streaming it, but like when I was just like playing it, the game that I play, like come to find out they release units that are like directly tied into that. I was like, what? Like that you like as a person, as a human being, it was a moment of like it was like a glitch in the matrix moment because I was like, whoa, like that's trippy, but like not in a bad way. Like I was in awe, but like not in like a fanning out type of way. I was just like, wow, like that's super super interesting. You know what I mean? And yeah, but this happened like I said, these units are they're a couple months old now. Like Tech Gogeta's definitely a couple months old now, close to a year. And the video Visage, it's probably been about a year if I go on my YouTube page and look at it. Yeah, it's actually the first video on my page after the channel revamp. It's the first video on my page, but yeah, it's been a year. So if you want to go check that out, go for it. But yeah, we'll probably have a moment where we go ahead and we like look at that. You know what I mean? Cuz like I said, it's not really to show off, but if you all want to see that on stream, I might even make like a separate video of it to like really like show like the animations and stuff like that, and then y'all can kind of like decide for yourselves like if that's. But to me, it's fine because I'm just like, oh, dude, like that's rad, bro. Like, hello. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, so getting back to it, we pretty much just awakened Vegito and we awakened um we awakened Vegito and we awakened Janemba. So now all we really have left as of right now is we have Hit, who we can hop into his event. And keep in mind, we only need to run Hit's event 3 times to actually get the medals that we need for him. And then this respective event is going to be the Kaioken Blue Goku event. I think the first part of it, not the second part of it. I'll double check though. And yeah. But yeah, so far, man, it's been a pretty chill stream. You know what I mean? Definitely had some great energy surging through here, and yeah, just being able to get on and make this content while you know, like getting these units awakened has been pretty cool. I actually think it's been a pretty nice opportunity, and it's been a pretty nice opportunity for sure. But also there's actually not an event, but there's actually a mission that's currently up in the mission log, and I can't I'm not too sure. I can rather not too sure though if it's for Dokkan Awaken units or if it's just Z Awakening units. But basically, if you awaken 77 units, which might sound like a lot, but all things considered, it's like over the course of however long the anniversary, like the time now plus the anniversary, it's probably going to be like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Um, but yeah, so like 77 units, I think was like one of the missions in there. And I was like, whoa, like 77 units, like that seemed like a decent amount of units to awaken for sure. But that's what I'm saying. It's probably means Z Awaken, not like Dokkan Awakening. Because think about that. Dokkan Awakening 77 units. That's like that's a pretty hefty task right there, right? So, I mean, keep in mind, dude, we've awakened two in like 2 hours. So imagine how long it would take you to awaken like 77, right? I mean, just some basic math is 77 hours, right? So, um, I mean, okay, well, if you were to do it 77 hours straight, that'd only be like, well, there's 24 hours in a day, so 40, 48, 60, no, is that 62? 24, 48, 62, right? Yeah, 62. And then, hold up. Let me do it. For some reason, my brain was like 60. No, it's 62. Because think about it. 24 times 3. No, 72. There we go. I'm like, 62? No. No. I had to like catch myself. I'm like, dude, it's not 62, bro. But that was funny. But yeah, so 72 and then plus like 5 hours. So you're looking at about like 4 days. Like if you were to go and don't do this, literally, like don't. I'm telling you, like don't do it. If you got no sleep though, get your sleep. That'd be 72 straight hours, right? So it's very possible to get sleep, right? But then also make sure that like, yo, that's you'd still have to have like 77 Dokkan Fest units to awaken. So that's how I know it's Z Awakening because most people aren't just casually. Most people don't just casually have 77 Dokkan Fest units to awaken just chilling in their box. You know what I mean? Like that's a decent amount of Dokkan Fest units to awaken. People like a majority of people wouldn't be able to get through that mission if it was built like that. So that's why I'm like, it's probably the first one. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I don't know. Of course, you'd always have, bro. You definitely have those people that would get the mission completed regardless, some way somehow. Not like, not talking down. I'm just saying like it's very possible to do. You know, when there is a will, there is a way. So, yeah, that's really the thing about that though. And yeah. So we're pretty much just completing the hit event. We only got to run it 2 more times. It didn't even really seem like that took that long, honestly, like when it came to the hit event. It's probably one of the quicker events that we've ran thus far. Also, probably because Hit himself just doesn't have a bunch of different phases, like, you know, or a bunch of different transformations, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna get the additional here. Then, oh, Gogeta just one-shotted him, bro. Literally. Or I guess it was a 3-shot, but you get what I'm saying. Like, Gogeta himself. So next, we got Hit AGL. wow, he just stunned Tech Gogeta. Apparently, he did not want to get one-shotted there. I don't blame him. Alright. It'd be like that sometimes. Alright. Oh, never mind. There was a couple phases. I guess we were just having the conversation. It was like 4 phases. I thought it was like, dude, for a moment, I thought it was like 2. And I was like, wait. Hold up. Nah, I'm actually paying attention to it. It's like, no, it's like 4. Yeah, but that's basically the thing. So, like, it's mostly just going to be, like, clearing through events like this. If we do stream some more Dokkan before the anniversary comes along, which we probably will, it'll just be, like, seeing what events pop up. And, yeah, I mean, there's definitely a few different plans that I have in terms of, like, not even necessarily plans, but just, like, you know, different visions and stuff like that. Being like, oh, okay, like, boom, that's going to be a vibe in the game, stuff like that. Streaming, but I mean, you could call it a plan. Sometimes they're just like super impromptu, getting stuff done, creating the habit, and then just moving forward like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's kind of how I get it done. Real life. Real life. So, we're on the final phase here. I was about to say, didn't think Gogeta was still stunned. I'm not sure how much DPS he's going to do here. It's alright, though. He's probably going to do a decent amount. Golly. Gogeta said, hit who? Who? Where? I don't see him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just non-exist. Like, yeeted him out of existence, bro. Literally. Tech Gogeta, I'm telling you, bro. It's a phenomenal unit. It's a phenomenal unit, bro. I think we Dragon Stones for getting ranked 310. Not sure. Nah, we just got a ticket though. Hey, they're like a summoning ticket. Not a ticket, thank goodness, but a summoning ticket. So, yeah. Hop into this, and yeah, get those phases through. Yep. Oh, dude. Rose Goku Black TV. Thanks for the follow, bro. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You are watching on Twitch. So, yeah, definitely appreciate the follow on Twitch, bro. Real life. Yeah, that super attack is clean, dude. Real life. So we're moving on to third phase for the hit right now. Yeah, we'll just lead off with Goku and Vegeta. Have Gogeta on standby, and then have Vegeta on standby as well. Oh, yeah. There we go. Final phase. You got Gotenks' transformation coming in here. Coming in hot. And I was about to say, Gogeta's still going to be prompted here, so you already know. But yeah, so this was the animation I was talking about. Like, specifically when they transform, and then you see kind of like the spiral, and then like transform, boom. Like, yeah, that's pretty snazzy. Or is it? I don't know. I don't know. It seems pretty snazzy though, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, dude, he actually has a pretty clean super attack. Most stuff. There it is. And that's the medals for hit right there. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and double check and see. Just to make sure. Yep, 21. And then the other ones come from the original Kaioken Blue event. Yeah. So we already have 7. Now, of course, I could use the keys, but I could also just wait until the event comes back around. It's no rush, honestly. But tell you what, we got 8 stones. We're going to go ahead and hop into a YOLO single summon on the Ginyu banner. Watch us pull Ginyu off a single. I'm just saying, it can happen. It is a possibility. You'd be surprised. Right now, this is Ginyu himself, the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Pose. Nope, that's okay though. Maybe later. Alright, it's cool though. But yeah, so, man, it's been a heck of a stream. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for tuning in. We got 3 units awakened. Or not 3 units, but we got 2 units awakened, and we started the process for another one of our LRs. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, having plenty of conversation, plenty of discussion. Just some recaps. From what it looks like, I'm not super tuned into the Dokkan news right now. Sometimes I'm usually doing my own, or most of the time I'm usually doing my own thing. But just based on the clues that have been left on the Dokkan game itself, it looks like the anniversary is coming along pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Are you summoning? You got your stones ready? I'm just saying, it's going to be a vibe. Plenty of units to choose from. And yeah, that's really the main thing on Dokkan. Like I said, we've been streaming, just kind of getting through and kind of catching up, playing catch up a little bit, because streaming and summoning for more units, it's like, it's kind of counterintuitive to constantly keep pulling more units, and like there's other ones that still need to be awakened. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of just piling on top of each other. So yeah, I won't necessarily call it playing catch up, but yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is for sure. So yeah, but like I said, anniversary is coming along soon. If you want to get a sneak peek at what the anniversary units are, there's plenty of content on YouTube for sure. Actually, like I was saying earlier, I posted on Instagram a couple months back. Got the units up there as well if you want to view those. But YouTube, Google, like I said, Dokkan Reddit, Dokkan Wiki, like you can see it if you don't already know. Or if you don't want the spoilers, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for sure. And yeah, when it comes to the streams, we are on a marathon right now. But we are keeping up the stride. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably have some more Dokkan coming along, depending on what content is gonna be in the past or in the next couple of days. Yeah, just because, like I said, when it comes to our box, like we could stream Dokkan content, yeah, for sure. But as you can see, like there's a few units that other than like Super 17, Goku Black, which I'm actually surprised I haven't awakened yet, but Goku Black, um, Caulifla, AGL Blue, Blue KO Kengoku, or KO, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Movie Broly. But you can see, like, even when we get to this threshold, like, the units don't become super crazy to the point where it's like, oh, yo, like, pressed on, I'm not pressed about it, but you get what I'm saying, like, oh, like, I'm pressed about trying to awaken this unit, like, I wouldn't even trip over it, bro, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's real life, and, yeah, we'll go ahead and just kind of see about moving forward with the strides. And yeah, you know what I mean? If you watched this live stream, if you enjoyed it, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate the follows. I just appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. And yeah, it's going to be a vibe. So